Hey, what's happening? My name is Linus, you're watching TechLine, and the Huawei Mate 20 Pro is probably the greatest phone made by Huawei. In this video, I'm gonna go through the main features of this device. I will mention all the pros and cons, and I'll try to answer the question if the phone is worth the hype, and is it worth a hefty price tag. The phone ships with all the usual items, and some extras include a soft GPU case and a headphone jack adapter. The phone comes in emerald green, pink gold, black, twilight, and midnight blue color options. I have the latter one. Even though I wanted to test out the twilight color, the blue model looks just gorgeous. I also had a chance to check out the black color option that looks nice and clean. The Mate 20 Pro carries a ridiculously high price tag of over 1,000 euros here in Europe, but it does offer a ton of premium features. The Mate 20 Pro is a true powerhouse as it ships with the latest Kirin 980 chipset, 6GB of RAM, and 128GB of storage, which is expandable via the nano memory, the new type of memory cards introduced by Huawei. Well, innovation in this department is great, but a lot of users would love to see a more conventional microSD card slot. At the first glance, the Mate 20 Pro is yet another flagship phone that has a familiar design, glass on the front and rear, a metal frame, and display with the notch. However, this is one of the most innovative phones of 2018 since it packs a lot of features we haven't seen on other devices. Also, the phone looks a lot different than the last year's Mate 10 Pro and this year's P20 Pro. And oh, by the way, this is the Morpho Aurora color of the P20 Pro. It would be nice if Huawei released the Mate 20 Pro with this color finish. First of all, the backplate of the phone uses a hyper-optical pattern design, which is said to be more durable, easier to grip, and fingerprint resistant. In practice, it's really nice to the touch and it attracts fewer fingerprints than conventional glass. It's still quite slippery though. The HDR OLED display has the notch, but you can hide it if you don't like it. The screen is super sharp and vibrant thanks to high resolution. In addition, I like the color reproduction and I had no issues seeing the display outdoors due to great brightness output. Despite a huge panel, the phone is fairly compact due to slim bezels on each side. Also, it's really comfortable to hold the device in one hand. One of the highlights of the phone, in-display fingerprint scanner. Well, it takes a bit more time to set it up, but it works really well. It may be just a tad slower to unlock the phone, but it works 10 out of 10 times. Well done, Huawei. I hope other manufacturers will implement this feature in their flagship devices soon. In addition, Huawei improved the face recognition feature and it is now called 3D Face Unlock. Basically, there is an IR laser system inside the notch that contributes to excellent face unlock feature performance. Honestly, I can see a massive improvement over the P20 Pro in terms of speed and accuracy. Also, this feature works really well in low light. On the back of the device, you can find an upgraded Leica camera setup that now consists of regular, telephoto, and wide-angle cameras. On the front, you can find a beefy 24-megapixel selfie shooter. I'll talk about image quality in just a bit. The phone also has an LED notification light and IR blaster. However, there is no headphone jack, but the sound quality via the supplied adapter has been excellent. Just like most of the flagships, the Mate 20 Pro is IP68 certified for water and dust resistance. I know that a lot of consumers roasted the P20 Pro for not having wireless charging feature, but the Mate 20 Pro has it and the device takes it to another level. First of all, the new Mate provides 15 watts of power output. What's more interesting is that the device works as a wireless charging pad, which lets you charge other phones. I know that many will say this is a gimmick, but I love innovation and I personally use it with my Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus that has kind of average battery life. The Mate 20 Pro has a dual stereo speaker system. What's interesting is that the bottom firing speaker is implemented in the USB Type-C port. This has never been done before and I applaud Huawei for being the first to do that. The sound quality is really good overall as it is balanced and clear. Here are a few audio samples. Just before we start talking about hardware and performance, I wanted to show you guys iSkysoft Filmora video editing app and say thanks for sponsoring this video. Filmora Video Editor is the easiest video editing software, allowing you to import any video, photo, and audio files from the iPhone, iPad, Android, camcorder, cameras, and other devices, as well as from Facebook and other social platforms. This video editor app allows you to do all the basic stuff like rotating, trimming, splitting, cropping, joining, etc. etc. In addition, it has plenty of advanced features. I will leave all the links down below the video if you're interested, and I highly recommend you checking the software out. Great specifications of the Mate 20 Pro assure excellent gaming performance. In fact, the new Mate is the first phone that uses a 7nm CPU. I played quite a few 3D games on the highest graphics settings to push the hardware to its limits, and there was no stutter, no lag, and the graphics looked nice. In addition, the phone does not hot even after 30 minutes of gaming. The Mate 20 Pro is also really fast and snappy on the daily basis, thanks to the EMUI 9.0 that is based on Android 9. Two integrated NPUs alongside 7nm processor are here to assure the best user experience in terms of speed and responsiveness. Besides all the features and customization options, the user interface has a new control system that gets rid of the navigation bar, and it is based on swipes. It took me just a couple of hours to get used to it, and I love it. If you don't like it, you can always use more conventional navigation methods. The user interface is very different from the stock Android, but if you follow my channel, you know that the EMUI has grown on me as I've been using the P20 Pro since the official launch. Well, I can't say I need all the features, but it's always great to have plenty of options to choose from. Most importantly, the Mate 20 Pro is ridiculously fast and fluid even after installing plenty of apps. Flagship grade performance. The highlight of the camera app is the ability to switch from the telephoto and wide-angle cameras very quickly. There are plenty of camera modes, but my favorites are Auto, Night, and the Pro mode that allows you to adjust a few image settings. Just before we talk about image quality, make sure to follow me on Facebook where you can check out high-resolution camera samples and be the judge. I have to tell you that it is really awesome to have so many camera lenses on your phone. Regular, zoom, and my favorite 16mm wide-angle lens usually take really nice and detailed pictures, and you can capture the same scene from a different perspective. I took almost all pictures side by side in auto, wide-angle, and telephoto modes, and I'm really happy with the results. The pictures taken in auto mode look nice, sharp, and detailed. I also like the colors, and dynamic range is usually excellent. The only complaint is that you cannot use zoom or wide-angle lens in full 40 megapixels mode. That's why I use the default 10 megapixels mode to take most of the shots. In addition, I could only test the camera on a cloudy day, meaning that the lighting conditions were not ideal. Still, I was able to take awesome looking images. Low light image quality is really good too, even though some shots have a yellow tint and images taken with the telephoto lens could look a little bit better. However, if you use a dedicated night mode, you can take one of the best low-light pictures on your phone. Just like the P20 Pro, the Mate 20 Pro allows you to take long exposure shots without a tripod, and the results are simply amazing. This is arguably the best night image quality I've seen on any smartphone. Portrait shots usually look really nice as the object or subject is nicely separated from the background with almost no artifacts, and the bokeh looks creamy. It can also take super macro pictures, which is another standout feature of the Mate 20 Pro. The main lens can focus up to 2.5 centimeters, and the results are really good. Selfies look nice, they are sharp, detailed, and the colors are quite accurate. Selfie portrait shots look nice too, as there are no severe artifacts around the subject, and the pictures will look nice on social media. You can also change the background blur effects, and you may have already seen that if you follow me on Instagram. 4K video quality has improved dramatically over the P20 Pro. It is now super smooth and stable thanks to the hybrid stabilization system, which consists of optical and electronic image stabilization. There is quite a lot of detail and sharpness too. However, there is some jello effect going on, and video using telephoto cameras do not always look great. Keep in mind that the phone runs on a very early software build, and I'm sure Huawei will improve that because the powerful hardware is here. 1080p selfie video looks great as it is smooth and stable. Finally, the sound recording quality is good. That means there is a lot of wind noise, so keep that in mind. So yeah, this is my video test. The Mate 20 Pro has a massive 4200 mAh battery that has been performing extremely well. In fact, the new Mate probably has the best battery life on any flagship smartphone. I could get 9 hours of screen on time under heavy usage of the phone, which is really impressive. If you use the phone just for the basic stuff, you can expect to get over 14 hours of SOT. Here is another example. I unplugged the phone 8 AM, used it quite a bit for taking pictures, shooting 4K videos, reading news and social media, used maximum screen brightness setting quite a bit, and the phone still had 73% of the battery 9:30 PM. This is simply an amazing result, and it's certainly the best battery life flagship smartphone I've ever had. What's even more impressive is that the Huawei introduced a Superfast 40 watts charging technology that allows you to charge the phone's battery up to 70% in just 30 minutes. In other words, you can fully charge the phone in under 1 hour with a supplied Superfast Charger. The Mate 20 Pro offers ultra-fast 4.5G network speeds, excellent signal reception, great call quality, super-fast Wi-Fi, and dual-frequency GPS that I found to be very accurate for both driving and walking. Also, there is NFC and plenty of sensors on board. The Huawei Mate 20 Pro is an expensive phone, but it offers plenty of innovative features, and it might be one of the most complete smartphones the money can buy at the moment. However, there are a few caveats to consider. First of all, let's take a look at the pros. I love the design, great build quality, sharp display, great overall performance, one of the best and versatile camera systems, insanely good battery life, plenty of connectivity options, and the phone is really comfortable in the hand. I also love Huawei for implementing plenty of innovative features like world's first 7nm CPU, in-display fingerprint scanner, the speaker that is embedded in the USB Type-C port, reverse charging technology, 40 watts super-fast charging, the lens that is capable of 2.5 cm minimum focusing distance, and the new nano memory standard. The downsides of the Mate 20 Pro include the lack of the headphone jack, not really impressive video quality using zoom camera, but that may be improved with the future software updates since the phone still runs on an early software build. Other than that, the Huawei Mate 20 Pro is a true flagship smartphone that is just loaded with features. Also, it has a ton of power, and it is easily one of the best smartphones of 2018, despite a hefty price tag. In fact, this may be my new daily driver for a reason, and that says a lot as I'm usually very picky with each gadget I use. So the Huawei Mate 20 Pro has become my new daily driver because I like it for a lot of reasons despite a few shortcomings, but I'm asking you to drop me a comment down below and tell me what you think about this device. Would you buy this phone or would you choose another option for the price? Because this is one of the most expensive phones out there. Also, use the comment section down below if you have any questions, like the video if you liked it, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, it was Linus, thank you for watching and see you soon.